Hello, I'm back. In this video, we're just going to talk about 5 things that I don't like or am not too fond of on my car. So, let's get started. So number 1, it's not a huge deal, it's just, I don't know how to put it. It's not something that I really am fond of. It's just the front badge has this plastic covering over it, and I'm not exactly sure why. I guess to protect from bugs or whatever. But I don't particularly like that. Okay, this is one of the luxuries of life where you can have a car and things, but still, I'm not really fond of that little plastic covering. So, at some point I'll be getting rid of that. Number 2, what I don't like is these cup holders over here. Because if I want to grab something to drink, my arm is here or here. And that's not exactly a good design because I'm trying to just get something to drink, but it's not exactly comfortable for me to reach all the way over here. It's at least it has cup holders, I guess you would say, but it's not really optimal. I think it could be improved, but they're there. I mean, for the passenger, I guess it's fine because they can just reach over and get their drink, but still, it's not the best setup, and also, they don't really have an armrest, the center armrest. I do because there's this, and I can just rest it here like this, and that's fine. But for them, they don't have an armrest. So, that can be, a little Chevy Cobalt. Anyways, that was number 2. Number 3 is the navigation. It's a bit iffy. Let me put it this way. The Garmin GPS that I have sitting around my apartment does a better job. And there's also, like, my house, my actual home address, which I'm not going to say, doesn't have an actual address in the address book for my GPS in this car. It's strange. I don't know why. Because it's a GPS. How can you not have, like, an address? I don't really understand it. So, that's one thing I don't like and could be improved about this car. Chevy Cobalt SS. Alright. Anyways, I have this. Alright. So that was number 3. Number 4 is the downshifts. Okay? It's a great gearbox. It'll tell me, okay, I'm getting, say I want to downshift. Alright, it'll calculate, and then it'll tell me, oh, you can't downshift. Alright, I've tried this before. Generally I know, like, okay, you don't want to be too high RPMs when you downshift, because it's fairly simple knowledge, but some people don't know that. So, I can't do anything about those people, but it'll tell you, okay, I can't downshift, or it'll downshift for you. And that's fine. It's a great feature, but it takes so long doing it, so it hesitates to do it. And it's like, alright, downshift, now, yes, okay, yes, here we go. So I'd really just like it to be faster. It's a great feature. If you're just cruising around town, it's no big deal. You're not even going to be shifting anyways. You can just leave it in automatic. But just one of those things that when I'm autocrossing it, I notice it. When I'm pushing the car, I notice it. Little things like that. It sort of adds up if you're really pushing the car. If you're just driving around town, you're going to be okay. The 5th thing that I don't like about this car is really just its power. It's very lacking in the power department. Granted, I chose a 250 because I have plans down the road for it, and I'm not going to do too much to this current engine. I'm going to actually put a different engine in it, but the power, it's lacking. Considering sort of the other offers from BMW, from Mercedes. They're offering 300 horsepower, like, minimum. Like, their base models are 300 horsepower, and I'm getting 200 from this. However, this does have a sharper sort of response. When you press the throttle you want it to go, it'll go. It'll go when you tell it to, not when it wants to, but it still is lacking some power. Alright, now the 350, I've driven that. It's better than the 250 in terms of the power, but if I were to say what should be the base power level for the IS, or really any Lexus car for that matter, is 300 horsepower. Not to the wheels, but from the crank, 300 horsepower. I think that's a reasonable amount. The 350 should really be sort of the base. This chassis, and mostly any chassis that is from Lexus, can handle easily 400 crank horsepower, which is probably 350, 300 something to the wheel. And if they could make a say an IS 550, that's, I don't know, 500 to the wheel, I guess, something like that. I don't know, something like that, or just make more power options, because they can really benefit from having more power, even in just daily use. Like, it's not necessarily, there's a train, not necessarily a bad thing, but just, it could really do with more power. Anyways, I think that's all I'm gonna have for today. Tomorrow I have autocross. Let you choose going by. Alright. So anyways, I think this is gonna be it. Tomorrow I have autocross in the morning. I'm gonna get some videos of that. You'll have that later in the week after this video comes out. So you can look forward to that. I'll try to get videos of several different people's cars. Should be great fun. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, share. Please hit that little bell thing that will notify you when I put up a new video. It'll really help you see my videos, and it'll also help me as a channel grow. And if you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to just put them down in the comments below so that I can read them, because I want to be able to become a better YouTuber. I want to bring you content that would be interesting, things like that. Alright. Thank you. And this train won't stop. 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 Anyways, have a good day.